Hey guys, Levi for the Rag Company, and in today's video, I'm going to be walking you through and hopefully answering your questions on how to apply a ceramic coating. Now, this is going to be a very general, easy way for those of you that maybe are wondering how a ceramic coating gets applied. Maybe you're on the fence, you don't know if you should try and do it or pay a professional to do it. So I'm going to walk you through the process, but this does not change how you're going to apply the coating, because each coating has a different instruction manual based on who the manufacturer is and what they ask that you do. So again, this is a basic general walkthrough. Now, a ceramic coating is very simple and very easy to apply. A couple things. You want to make sure that the paint surface is clean and corrected. Now, the reason for the correction is when a ceramic coating gets applied, it locks in that paintwork, meaning you're going to have to remove the coating to correct the paint. So we always recommend that you correct your finish prior to locking it in and protecting it. Now, when you go to apply your ceramic coating, you need to make sure that the paintwork is as clean and oil-free and naked as possible, meaning you need to do all your decon steps. So you need to do all your chemical decontamination and iron removers, and you need to do a mechanical decontamination, which is using a clay bar or clay towel. Then you are going to need to correct the finish. That way that there is, again, no scratches, swirls, or any of that kind marring that is in the paint surface. Then your final step prior to adding the coating is to clarify the paint surface, removing all dust, oil, fingerprints, grease, wax, anything that's left over. And we always recommend that you use the paint prep that is designed to work with that company's coating. So if you get G-Technics coatings, you use panel wipe. If you get an Optimum coating, you use their paint prep. If you grab, say, Legend or any of the other coatings, you use that company's paint prep. Does that make sense? Now, a lot of people say, oh man, just grab some alcohol and some water and mix it up and go and hit the car and clean it up and you'll get it. Now in theory that works. However, if that coating fails a couple years down the road or a year down the road and you are trying to do a warranty replacement on it and the company says, did you use our paint prep? And you say, no, I've made up my own bathtub gin that I use to wipe down my car. Well, there's a reason for that. They design the products to work within their lineup. So I always recommend if you're putting a G-Technic coating, use their prep, like I said, but also try to make sure that you use all their decontamination products. And it goes for any company. So make sure you do that, like with like, that kind of thing. Now that we've cleaned the surface, our next step is to apply it. Many coatings come with an approved applicator. You can also use any of the Rag Company's applicator sponges, including the new Pearl Puck. Apply it on the surface, and then once you've loaded up your applicator, we recommend you do what's called a bleed line. That bleed line is the middle of the panel, and it is just a straight line across in which you're going to draw up and down from that line. That way you're collecting product and you're pulling product down, and this way you're getting good even coverage. Cross hatch and do a 50% overlap on each stroke. This way you know that you have covered every single square inch of the panel. Now, depending on temperature and humidity, you need to make sure that you are watching what you're working with, because if you go too far, the coating will start to cure before you've even removed it. So we always recommend 2 foot by 2 foot sections or a panel at a time. And this is important. Do not get ahead of yourself, especially with a new coating that you've never installed before or used before. You need to figure out how it works properly. So after you've applied the coating, you are going to need to use a couple towels. One is going to be your leveling towel, and the second towel is going to be your overwipe towel, as we call it. And the third, the term in the industry is an insurance towel. So your first towel, your primary wipe or leveling towel, is going to always be a short nap towel. This can be a Pearl, this can be a 365, this can be a 300, it can be a Creature. The point is you're going to use the low nap side. This first pass, you don't need to remove all of the coating. You're just going to be smoothing it out and leveling out what's left. So all the excess is going to get into the towel and what's left is still on the paint surface. Then your second towel, your overwipe towel, is going to be used to remove the rest of the coating on the surface. Make sure you use the term overwipe, meaning you're going to exceed the area in which you applied the coating. This way you don't leave any stragglers or high spots anywhere on that paint finish. Your third towel is going to be what we call the insurance towel. These last two towels, the overwipe and the insurance, are usually a high pile towel. Now, high pile because they can grab and lift and do all that stuff, but they're also thicker towels, meaning they're not going to add pressure points to the surface, so you're not going to be marring or pulling or rubbing very hard. So, using this insurance towel, you're going to overwipe again the area you just wiped with your other towel. This towel is going to collect and hopefully pick up every single thing that you left. Now, once you've removed the coating off the entire vehicle and you've gone panel at a time and you made your way all the way around, you're probably going, should I do the wheels? Should I do the windows? Well, you can. You can do the faces of the wheels. You can even do the wheel barrels if you take the wheels off and do them properly. However, majority of the time, all we do when we're detailing a car is we're going to add the faces of the wheels, and we're not going to be doing the glass. However, you can use these items as upsells in your business, meaning you can take the wheels off, you can decon them and do the whole process, polish and coat them, and ceramic coat them for your customers. You can also upcharge and use glass-specific coatings for your windows and side glass. So those are some things that you can do. You can also coat any and all plastic and rubber trim if you'd like. However, I always recommend that you only do this on new cars because of the fact that you may need to restore some of that trim prior to applying the coating on cars that are older. So that's it. That is coating a vehicle in a nutshell. Now, these vehicles, once they are coated, they do need time to cure. So we recommend that you do not pull them out into a wet situation without at least a good 8 to 12 hours time inside your shop. Now, many coatings create little protectants that they can put on the vehicle while they're coating. So G-Technic, you can put C2V3 on it. On Optimum, you can put OptiSeal on top of the vehicle to help protect it while it's curing. But many coating manufacturers do not have this. So best rule of thumb, try not to get the car wet for at least 24 hours. Now, once the car is properly cured, I always recommend not washing the vehicle for at least 2 weeks to a month after applying a coating. The reason for this is you want the car to finish curing. At the end of that time frame of the curing process, then you can go back and see if there are any things you need to remedy, meaning there might be a high spot that you missed. You may need to polish out an entire fender and recoat that. But point is, check and make sure that the coating is fully cured before you do any of this. So always make sure to set it up, and what I like to do is give my customers a free wash. I recommend, hey, I'll do your car for free for the first wash, just please don't wash it for the next 2 weeks to a month. Schedule them, wash their car, make sure that you're over-checking your work. So that's all of it. I know this was long-winded, this is a heavy FAQ, but the point is I wanted to kind of teach you guys the proper way to apply a ceramic coating. And again, this varies from every single manufacturer, so it is imperative that you do your research based on the coating that you're going to apply. I will say many of the coatings that we carry here at the Rag Company are very simple and easy to apply because I want them to be easy for you. There are a few, though, that are rather difficult. So if you have any questions about them, make sure you leave those comments down below or email me at info@theragcompany.com. And as always, guys, make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe for more FAQ videos right here at the Rag Company FAQ channel. Thanks for watching.